Kadosh Boker Tov. We're continuing with the halachot of Yotser Or. Maran brings down that in Siman Nun Tet, Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Mechol Haolam Yotser Or Uvorei Choshech Tiknu Laskim Midat Laila Bayom. He comes and he says that we instituted to mention the nighttime during the daytime, Leotzi Mileva Pikorsim, to take away from the Pikorsim that they only say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the light, but He didn't create darkness. Which means the darkness, was it a creation, or was it just an abstract, the fact that you're lacking the light? So therefore, Maran says that we do mention nighttime during the day, Yotzer Or and Borei Choshech, in order to come and in order to do this. Now, something very interesting, the Be'er Tev here brings down that during the time when we're saying Yotzer Or, we have to touch the Tefillin Shel Yad. And when we say Borei Choshech, we're going to touch the Tefillin Shel Rosh. The reason why I think is because the fact of the Tefillin Shel Rosh, that's what brings the light upon the nations, and therefore when it says Borei Choshech, right, even it's taking away from the Choshech, and therefore we come and we touch the Tefillin Shel Rosh. However, though the Ben Ish Chai and the Kaf HaChaim brings down that Al Pi Arizal HaKadosh, this bracha is only, it's different than the other berachot, which means that it's not the same in the fact that the Tefillin Shel Rosh is in Olam HaAtzilut, is in a higher level, and therefore you should only touch the Tefillin Shel Yad. And therefore you do see that there's actually two different minhagim. If you pay attention, the Moroccans had the minhag of Yotzer Or and Borei Choshech of touching both, which means they would do Yotzer Or, Borei Choshech, that's a Be'er Tev and others. However, though, you will see that a lot of the Edot HaMizrach, they will only touch the Tefillin Shel Yad, and they will not touch the Tefillin Shel Rosh, exactly just like what I just brought down in the name of the Ben Ish Chai and the Kaf HaChaim. However, though, when do they actually leave their hands on it? So it's brought down whether it's going to be in the Ben Ish Chai and also in the Kaf HaChaim. They say what you do is that when you start Baruch Atah Hashem, you already put your hand on the Tefillin Shel Yad, and you leave it there until you finish Uvorei Choshech. That's what the Ben Ish Chai and the Kaf HaChaim bring down. However, the Rav Chaim Falache in his Kaf HaChaim says, no, that you only come and you touch it when you say Yotzer Or, that's when you just touch your Tefillin Shel Yad and you kiss it. And the same halacha would apply by Yotzer HaMeorot. Again, the Moroccan custom was also by Yotzer HaMeorot to do both of them. But the Edot HaMizrach, this is what we're seeing over here, Rav Chaim Falache was bringing down that when you say Yotzer HaMeorot, it is only going to be the Tefillin Shel Yad. The Mishnah Berurah does bring down, very important, that a person has to make a ifsek between Yotzer and Or. The reason why is because if not, then it sounds like Yotzer Or. It's like one word of Yotzer Or, and it's not Yotzer Or, it's Hashem Yotzer. He creates Or, light. So because of that, you have to make a pasek, you have to make a stop of a pause in order just to make them in between. The Yalkut Me'am Loez actually also brings down that it's not only that, but in any other places, wherever you have two letters that will be swallowed up, you also have to be very, very careful. And therefore, right, whether it's going to be in other places as well, a person should be careful. Okay, so that's just to pay attention to what's going on with the Yotzer and the Or. The last halakha I just wanted to mention, which is very short, is Maran in Siv Gimel. Maran brings down that some people say that the Kedusha of Yotzer, an individual can say it, because it's only a Sipur Dvarim, it's only a story. We're relating that which the Malachim do. So when you say Kadosh, 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 Baruch Kavod Hashem Mekmo, in that Kedusha of Yotzer, since it's only a Sipur Be'alma, you're only telling over a story, so even individuals will be able to say it. The Yeshomrim, but Maran brings down, some people say, Yachim Dalga, you have to skip it out, Ve'no ne'emeret, Ela betzibur, and you could only say it in a tzibur. So Maran brings down Yesh v'yesh, Halakha ki yesh batra. But anyway, Maran actually is posek. Yeshachut shedivrehem v'lizaher she'achidi omrena benigunu te'amim kekoreh b'torah. I don't know if you realize, in a lot of sidurim, they actually have ta'amim. Now, why do they have ta'amim? Right? Many other places in the tefillah we have the ta'amim because we sing it according to the ta'amim, whether it's like the way that it's read in the Torah. Here, though, it's with ta'amim in order that if you're going to be by yourself, right, you're saying it by yourself, you say it with ta'amei mikra. And once you're saying it with ta'amei mikra, you're reading the Torah, you're not just saying the Kiddusha, you're just reading the Torah, and therefore there's no problem. What about if you come late to the Bet Knesset? I know it doesn't happen, but just in case Chas v'Shalom it would ever happen, right? The person comes late to the Bet Knesset, and all of a sudden, right, they're going to start the Kiddusha of Yotzer, and they are late, which means that they're not with the Tzibur. So here the Mishnah Berurah brings down a Pri Chadash. The Pri Chadash says, even if a person's a Yachid, and he's praying by himself because he came late, since there's a Tzibur there, he could say, Belachas Shechuli Alma. He could say it without any problem. Why? He's with the tzibur. However, on this, the Ben Ish Chai and Kaf HaChaim, they argue on the Pri Chadash, and they say that even though a person is with a tzibur, since you're not saying it with a tzibur, it's like you're saying it biyachid. And therefore, since you're saying it with biyachid, so therefore you have to actually say the kedusha with the ta'amim as well. So here again you have a machloket between the acharonim. The Mishabura only brings down the Pri Chadash, but this is the Pri Chadash. But there's the Ben Yishchai and Kaf HaChaim that even if you came late and you're saying it, you still have to say it with ta'amei bikra. Why? Because you're not with the tzibur. It's true, you're physically inside the tzibur, but since you're not together at the same time with the tzibur, so therefore it's okay. If you did start with the tzibur, and then what happens is the tzibur is going too quick for you, then it's okay. Because this actually the Ben Yishchai brings down mefurash to do with vidui. Vidui, the Ben Yishchai says, if I start the vidui with everybody else, and let's say I take much longer, so by the time I came and I did it, I don't have to say vayavor with the tamei mikra. I do it with everybody else, or I could actually even do it even a little bit. Why? Because I'm with the tzibur. But if it's that a person came late, that's a different halacha. Because coming late is not the same as we're starting at the same time, but I'm just taking longer because of kavanah. So a person just pay attention to the difference over there.